And we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Lancashire User Forum. We are a safe space for people in addiction recovery and dealing with active addiction, substance misuse and mental health issues. We all have a voice, so let's just make it heard. You know, this is a safe place for everybody on here. You can get that support. You need to like and share this group to your family, to your friends, everybody you know, and let's get, you know, this support out to people on here. I'd like to welcome myself. I'm Emily Ruck. I'm currently in recovery from alcohol addiction, and I also work for Red Rose Recovery. I'm hosting tonight with Daniel. Say hello, Daniel.
Hi guys. Yeah, my name's Daniel Littlechild. I work for Red Rose Recovery in east of Lancashire as an engagement worker, and I'm an advocate for the Lancashire User Forum. Welcome.
Thank you. We've got the lovely Peter Yarwood there. You're going to say hello, Peter?
Yeah, hello, Peter.
Oh, there you go. We've got a life story from Craig Sharkey, so very excited because Craig lives in the same hometown as me, grown up with him. So you want to introduce yourself, Craig?
Hi, I'm Craig Sharkey. Yeah, I'm going to give you my life story of what I've come from and what I've got done to get where I am today through recovery and rehabs and that. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Thank you. We've also got Watch Us Grow that are going to be on here talking. If you want to introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Darren. I'm just going to be speaking on behalf of Watch Us Grow towards the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. We've also got some music by, is it Bethany?
Yeah, so Bethany was on last week, and she absolutely smashed it. So we asked her to come back on this week. Unfortunately, she's got commitments, so she sent me a couple of videos. So I'm going to play a couple of videos. So yeah, the theme for this week is transformation. So you're going to hear stories of how people have transformed their lives from addiction into recovery. So, you know, we've got a couple more guests that we're just waiting to come on. But we're going to kick off with some. Should we give some shout outs first, Emily?
Yeah, I'm going to have a look. We've got loads of people on already. So we've got Joe Duffield, Bev Webster, Christopher Blencarn, Joe Gallagher, Alison Kershaw, Peter Abbott, Barbara English, evening everyone, Steph Masterson, hello, Amy, Helena, go on Craig, Amy Giroz. She's, oh, you see, they're all going to come out now. They're all going to come out now. That's it. So, Sarah Elizabeth Davis, do you know her, Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah, she says, hey, guys. Tracy
Hi, Sarah.
Fitzsimmons. Tracy Fitzsimmons, Samantha Jane Cooper, evening. Oh, there's loads. So, yeah, we're smashing it tonight. So, that's good. And Tracy Simpson, hi, guys. So, yeah, so far, so good.
Okay, so should we kick it off with a bit of music then?
Yeah. so Craig can settle his nerves.
Yeah.
Your best, but you don't sexy.
So this is Bethany's first song. I think it's "Fix You" by Coldplay. So here we go.
Your best, but you don't sexy. What you want, but not what you need. Well, you feel so tired, but you can't sleep. Stuck in reverse, and the tears come streaming.
There's a bit of an abrupt end there, but I think the emotion was felt in that song. It's you know, yeah, I do want fish and chips for dinner. Thanks.
Young girl in recovery, you know what I mean? Got, you know, young girl who's come onto this, you know, come into this forum, and I've met her a few times. She's just a lovely person, and like you say, you can show the emotion in that song. It's beautiful. I've just got, so Gemma Taylor says, say hi to Craig. Oh, they're all on. Chris Crook's on. Chris Crook is what they're all watching. We've got Samantha Jane Cooper. Hope everyone is okay. Stuart Watson, hi. Ro Behar, hi Dan. Please give a shout out to the CLI family in Dunstable.
So that CLI is community-led initiatives that I was working with before Christmas, before the third lockdown hit. So I'm hoping to engage back with them soon, so we can continue our good work that we do in the community.
Oh, fantastic. Joe Gallagher, smashing it. Now, Joe was on last night on Friday Fun, and his voice is amazing. And I think they're fighting now, which East, Central, North, it's like to get him on to the Lancashire User Forum to sing. Stuart, very emotional song. Alison Kershaw, she's amazing. Steph Masterson, great recovery song. That, well done, Bethany. Glen Island's watching. Jeanette Gerard, lovely and so emotionally delivered. Keely Joyce is watching. Hello, Keely. Aaron Giroz is watching. Like I said, Craig, there's absolutely no pressure. So, yeah, lots of people, lots of love. And there's quite a lot of people watching it live now as well. So that's brilliant. Pete, do you want to say anything?
I want to say that she's amazing, that girl. And it just fits in line with our value of the evening, transformation. I know that, all right, COVID's got in the way, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. We're coming out through that. And one of the initiatives what's passed through the funding panel, the BRIC funding, building recovery in the community. If you want more info on that, just go on our website and check it out. But one of the initiatives that's been funded, that's coming down the pipeline pretty soon with Ben SOS from Drywave, is around capturing our quality people in the community who have got a specific technical skill, like, I was just listening to and looking at on my computer, creating a space for someone to package and brand that skill into a product with a purpose. Now that purpose might be to tackle stigma, it might be to generate income for people. Ultimately, the purpose is to, it's super easy to do, tackle poverty, but that's like the purpose in it. We want to rip as many people out of poverty as possible. And that BRIC funded initiative, I think we might have more than a handful of people who could make a real dent.
Yeah.
But it takes a bit of work, doesn't it, to go through that transformation process. Emily, when we just come on before, we was talking about the canal boat, wasn't we?
Yeah, I can't believe you saw that.
And give him a bed in heaven, my old mate, Captain Kirk. It was just an idea. It was a discussion. Kirk says, and he's passed on now, Kirk. Kirk come up with an idea one day about getting a canal boat and sailing it through the Leeds-Liverpool Canal. It's, infrastructure that's there. It's on our doorstep. Let's use it, guys. And, the power of like peers, when we start standing shoulder to shoulder and put all that energy we used to channel into addiction, put into something positive, and stuff starts happening, man. And the beautiful thing about that canal boat is we attracted the support and we attracted the resources to actually make that a reality. And when I went with Kurt to buy the boat, And as soon as we bought it, I mean, before we'd done any work on it, we were detoxing people. You know, there was guys who were saying, look, I need some help. We were like, right, get on the boat. You know, we were detoxing. We just put the boat to work straight away. But the story I wanted to tell you was how we found the name of it. And when we got the deeds to the boat, we found that the people, when you buy a boat or when you launch a boat, you can only name it once. It's unlucky. Once you put a boat on the water, to rename it, it's unlucky. So whatever you launch a boat with its name, it sticks. And the people who launched that boat, the guy was called Chris, and his partner was called Alice. So the boat was called Chris and Alice. And we thought, Chris, Alice, if you put them together, it's not too much of a stretch to come up with chrysalis. And of course, everyone knows what a chrysalis is, right? It's the cocoon, what a caterpillar goes under, that metamorphosis, goes through that transformation. That's what a chrysalis is. And me and Kirk was like, wow, no way, man. How much more design could you get into our lives without it looking like it's design, because we were like, that was a coincidence. But how many times when you tap into recovery and you become part of that collective consciousness, do you say things like that? Oh, that was a coincidence. But it's not. It's a collective consciousness of positivity. And we were a massive part of it. And, that boat, Chrysalis, Kurt was telling me about a poem he'd read about a little boy who was watching a caterpillar go through that metamorphosis, that transformation, and it wasn't happening quick enough. And as the caterpillar was emerging from the cocoon as a butterfly, he thought, I know what I'll do. I'll just help it. I'll like snip the cocoon away so that the butterfly can get out quicker and I can watch it, fly off. But as the butterfly crawled along to the edge of the branch and started to unfold its wings, they didn't, the blood never pumped them up like a true butterfly's wings should. And the story goes, the strength that butterfly needed to sustain its flight come through the struggle of breaking free out of that cocoon. So by actually helping it, he robbed it of reaching its potential. And, we all want to help. And what we don't want to do is rob people of experiences that'll sustain their future, their recovery. And sometimes you've got to go through it to get to it. So, what I do know is that I'm working alongside people who they go back to addiction because they don't know how to make the crossover into a pro-social community. The only people they know are engaged. The only people they know are engaged in. Right, hold on.
Oh, I'm unprofessional with that. How awkward.
Do you know what? Right, Libby, you've live streamed in, so say hello to the 48 people who are.
Who is it?
It's my daughter and grandson.
Look, hiya.
Everyone in the whole of the internet is saying hello.
Do you want me to just, do you want me to just let you talk to your daughter?
So what I was saying, no, she can ring back. What I was saying was, some of these guys, they don't know what a recovery peer network is. They don't know where it is, how to access it. They don't know that there's a group of people with their arms spread saying, come and be a part of it. We'll love you. Even if you smell a bit, or even if your behaviours are a bit whack, we'll love you enough to tell you. And that's what we do. That's what we've got in Lancashire. But I know there's some money dropping from the government, and I know there's going to be lots of commissioners all over the UK saying we want some of that money to be invested in developing peer recovery networks. So, I know this goes out broader than Lancashire, this goes out nationally. So if that's you, if you want to get a piece of that pie, then ask the question, is there a space for me to play a part? Because we've all got a part to play.
Mm-hmm.
And we want leaders. So listen, I'm just waxing. It's like you've lit the touch paper, man.
I invited you. It's my own fault. It's fine. Don't worry. There might be a place for me to sing on here at any stage. We don't know.
Well, apparently Bev's told us that we've got.
I'm not singing, and she's lying. I'm just going to fume. So, Craig, no pressure. Just want to tell you that your mum and your sister's watching you as well.
Oh, wonderful.
Sinead Conroy is tuned in. Danny Johnson, Emma G, Joe, Red Rose, Shelley Howarth, Caitlin Morton. Oh, Caitlin, I just need to, that's my granddaughter Lottie's mummy. So hi, Caitlin. Samantha Jane Cooper, Lindsay Jackson, Jeanette Gerard. Oh, my mum's watching. Hiya, Mum. Hiya, Judith. She's always like, hiya. Oh, love you, Mum. So yeah, I'm gonna come on to Craig because he's been sat here for long enough. God bless him. So Craig, this is Craig's moment now. This is your moment. I won't sing it. Please, everybody, like, share this page and give Craig support. This is it. It's your time, sweetheart. So Craig Sharkey's life story.
Thank you very much. No, thanks, Peter. That was midnight because that's just what I needed to remind myself of where I've actually come from. The caterpillar going into I forgot the word for it. That the thing, then coming out the butterfly, because my upbringing wasn't bad. It wasn't at all bad. I'm part of a big Irish family. We're all together. We're all one. We've all grown up together, cousins and stuff like that, brothers, sisters. But we had a loss. I lost my sister when I was 11 through meningitis. And looking back now, with clearer eyes, and I think that's where my not addiction stemmed from. My I just was troublesome. It was like it just flicked that switch where I just didn't give a shit about. I did. I can't say I didn't give a shit. I just lost control of myself. I didn't know how to cope with it. I didn't know my feelings, my emotions, or anything. So I resorted to drugs and alcohol, just a bit of weed at the time, alcohol. Then it just progressed. Then I think I found out. I think looking back as well, I think I realised there was I had that addictive personality, as they put it. When I was about, I think my mum says I was about 6, maybe it's even younger, when I was found with a quarter bottle of whiskey, giggling. She thought I'd run away. Quarter bottle of whiskey behind the couch, absolutely, well, drunk, really. But I was okay. And then, with teenage years, stomach pumped when I got too drunk. But I've worked all my life. I've had good things because I've worked hard for them. But then it just progressed and progressed, and it just got out of control. I think I've tried every drug that there is out there. I'm not proud of it, but it's how I fix my feelings. I couldn't deal with death, loss. Anything really, but yeah, I went started going to meetings, certain meetings, NA, AA, thought I could do it for myself, but I was doing it for other people, and I just kept on relapsing, starting some step work and stuff, and then getting clean for about a week, relapsing, but yeah, it was hard. It was hard because, like I say, I've got kids. My boy Malika, he was 7 last week, but he was just a baby when it really got a grip of me. I wasn't a good father to him when he was a baby. You know, it was very difficult to come away from it, to be honest. And everybody always used to say, like, you know, it gets worse, you know, it'll get worse before it gets better. I was like, nah, I'm right, I've got a grip on this, I've got a grip. And then I just kept on doing it. I've never been one of, I say believer, I've never been one for suicide, but I was actually killing myself with the drugs and the alcohol. I'd get large amounts, thinking that I can just take bits and spread it over a duration of time, and I'd just end up having it in a night or a day, and just think I'm physically feel my body shutting down and crumbling, dying inside. And then I started this. What was it now? Ramp. It's like a road to recovery. So, like, you have to do, I think it's 12 meetings over a period of time just to get allocated or like a place in the rehab. But I kept on. I was doing a couple of meetings at Ramp, and I was like, I need to go to work, and I need to do this, and I need to do that. The work and providing for my family, in my eyes at the time, was what I needed to do, but I wasn't being a father. I was able to provide. I was able to put a big double money on the table, pay for the roof over the head, the electric and stuff. But I wasn't there as a father. My wife kept on kicking me out. My mum was just rife with worry and that, thinking, am I going to die when I was working away? What phone call was she going to get? She'd already lost a child, and I think her main worry was losing me as well. A bit upset me, but yeah, it was difficult. And then I got done for drink and drug driving, and that didn't stop me because I kept on having. I still had my job. I was able to surround people that was in my profession that I was able to get a lift with to work. And then I got caught again, this time on my own. So I not only got done for drink driving and drug driving, which I think the police officer was actually shocked at the amounts of drugs and alcohol that was in my system, and that I was still able to, that I didn't kill anybody. That's what I think of now. For the grace of God, how I didn't, I don't know, and I wouldn't have even remembered until, anyways, for the grace of God, I never. But then I lost my job, I lost my family. My wife kicked me out. She just said, I've had enough. My wife was a drugs and alcohol worker at a prison, and she tried her best and stuff, but it was from her education and knowledge in the profession, she just had to let me go, let me do it myself, because doing it for other people, it doesn't work, you know. And then the final straw was my mum. My mum said, I've had enough. She said, you either sort your head out, you're out. And then I went to Ramp again, and I I took drugs. I was on drugs when I went in, and I used drugs in the toilets, actually in the meeting. And the next thing I knew, I was in the hospital. I'd had a seizure fit, and my wife was, she'd have been 8 months pregnant at the time, at the side of my bed when I actually come around. And yeah, it was an eye opener, but it still didn't stop me using. I still went a couple of days, felt a bit better, and went out again and just got off my head. And my very good friend now, who got me into the treatment centre, he's now the godfather of my my youngest child, who we call the recovery baby, because he was born whilst I was in recovery, in the rehab. But geez, being in that rehab, I've never experienced such pure emotion without drugs. And I will say enlightened and shocked at the person that I've become, because like I say, I'm brought up well mannered, treat people with respect and everything, and I just lost all that. I've lost all inhibitions. I've lost me, and yeah, they stripped me down to a quivering wreck. I was angry. I was upset. The emotions never started until 3 or 4 weeks into treatment, and that's when my recovery started. Because geez, it was just crazy. It's crazy how recovery works, because like I say, I've been all around the world. I've been, with my work, with traveling and stuff, but to have your eyes opened in such a way it's the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life. And I'm 40 now. In July the 30th, I think, it's coming up to 3 years. And I think my 40th was the best party I've ever had in my entire life. I had friends from recovery, and that it was a garden party, so we could have the 2 meters and stuff. But it was the best party I've ever had, without alcohol and drugs, and just surrounded by the people that love me. I've done a lot of things in my life bad, and these past 3 years have just been perfect. It's been a rocky road. My life's perfect for what I've got in it now. We always say we can never have a perfect recovery, because there's always that chance that it can creep up and bite you on the arse. And me, as a dual addiction, I'm from the moment I wake up, I'm aware of my surroundings and the people that's in my life and what's going on. If I'm tired, I sleep. If I'm hungry, I eat. If there's something on my mind, I get it off my mind, because my problem was that I'd let little things build up, and I'd just explode. And my only solace was to pick up a drink or a drug. They come in hand in hand. But yeah, I'm like I say now. I think the best thing I decided to do was take the cotton wool out my ears and put it into my frigging mouth, you know, because I could talk a good job, but I just never listened. And the minute I started listening to people that have been in recovery for, you know, a few years even, but even more so the people that have been in it 10, 15 years that are continuing to be on top of the recovery, you know, listen to how they've done it and their experiences, strength and hope, and you know, just surround myself with that, because, you know, when I was in rehab, I lost my grandfather, which I found it the best place to be in, because I was surrounded by people that could tell me what I needed to do. I could get things off my chest. I was having one-to-ones in group sessions and stuff, and you know, their arms were always open. Like in recovery, the people that you meet in recovery, their arms are always open for you. Whether you know, I don't intend to, but if I was to go back out there, and I'd always be welcome back in, you know. But yeah, just to keep up with regular meetings that I go to, you know, meditation. I can't meditate in my house. People say, "Oh, just say a prayer in the morning." And if I'm not up, I like to have my brew, and then the child wakes up, and then that's it. Well, that's when the mayhem starts. But I tend to go for a walk on my own with the dog and just zone out. Just like if I get everything that's on my mind out there, if it's eating me up, I'll speak to that person who, in general, that's causing me to think of them. Or if it's on me, then I need to change what I'm doing to change the environment that I'm in. Because, like I say, it's just that one step, one thing could take me back out there, and I'm like I say, I'm aware of it, and I'm on top. I'm on top of it, but it can creep in. You know, the fellowship that I'm in, it's like live one day at a time, because I've thought about things like I got a job the other day. I'd say the other day, I got a job in January, and I'm like, yeah, we'll do this and we'll do that, and I thought live one day at a time is what I do in recovery, you know, but it's not. It's what you do in life, because I've planned this year, next year, and a few years ahead, and I got sacked on Wednesday, but I look at it now as another way. I was supposed to be working this weekend, but it's allowed me to. It's like a higher power. It's allowed me to do this meeting tonight, you know, and help other addicts and you know, in recovery and stuff like that. I don't. It's. I think if I was to do, you know, if I was to do it my way, I don't. I know I've tried it. I tried my recovery my way, but you've got to think of me personally. I've had to think of somebody greater than me in my life. I fell out of love with God when I was a child, because why would, if there was a God, why would they take such an innocent child away from us, you know? And I've started thinking more, so it's not anybody's fault. It's just one of them things that happens in life. People that you love, that you care for, they go, but it's how you deal with it. And drugs and alcohol wasn't it was back then, but it's not how I deal with it. How I would deal with death and stuff today. You know, I speak to people. I pick up the phone. You know, surround myself with people that can help me deal with situations like that. You know, surround yourself with the winners, and but I think me and Peter are going to get on well, because his words before I come on was just inspiring. You know, it's like all that time that I think 11-year-old I started drinking and, you know, doing things. And like I say, so what's that? I think that's 20 odd years in addiction. Like, and I do certain things like steps and stuff. And what am I afraid of? I'm not afraid of nothing. I'm a big tough guy, you know. And I think out of every list, every point that I made, I was afraid. And over the years, I've been clean and sober. It's like you pick up on things, and it was who's afraid dies every day. Who is not dies only once, and that's stuck with me for a long time now. There's loads of them, but I don't like repeating what other people say. But there's some I just love, and I hold it close to my chest because, like I say, it's what stops me from going back out there and into the madness, and that's what I class it as the madness. You know, when I got sacked the other day, and I come out, I travelled up from Norwich, and I walked through the door, and my two boys, my 7-year-old and my 2-year-old, come up to me and give me a big hug, and they said, "He's okay, Dad. We'll get through this." And it just broke my heart, because no matter what life throws at you, if you've got the tools and the people in your life, you can get through anything. It doesn't matter how many curveballs they throw you. I'm on a straight path. It's rocky. Don't get me wrong, I have my ups and down days, but I'm on a straight path now. And you know, the silver lining is great. It's a great feeling. I'm grateful for the fellowships that I'm in, the people in my life, and you know, just everything that's going right for me now is just all down to recovery, me getting clean and sober. So I appreciate being invited onto this forum, and I think I'll leave it there.
Oh, Craig. Honest to God, that was amazing. I'm telling you now, right? I don't think we've had that many views in one. Like, honestly, the views have gone up. You've got like so many people watching. You've got so much.
Oh.
Your wife says she's proud of you and she loves you. You know, I know your wife, and poor woman, like, I pecked her head in Tesco's once about my husband who's in the mayhem of addiction, you know, and she gave me inspiration. She told me about you and your struggle, and I've spoke to you about it, and you've got so much love. You're such a respected family. Your mum and dad are lovely. Like you said, you know, you've been brought up with this lovely family who care about you. You've got, you know, you've got a wide network of friends. I'm honestly, let me read you some of this. So Brendan Thompson's watching. Hi, Benny. Oh, you see, Benny, crazy nights with Benny as well. It's like the Valley. It's like Asland and bloody recovery group. So we've got Emma Claire, proud of you, babe, love you. My mum, your family must be so proud of you and love you as much as you love them. Samantha Jane Cooper, she's really proud of you. She said, I did meth, next is alcohol, so she's obviously struggling but getting off, you know, a bit at a time. Claire Jane, love you, Craig, never lost faith in you and so proud of where you are now. You reached your rock bottom, but you got back up again. Stay strong, we're all here for you. Joe Red Rose, just think, Craig, if it wasn't for the guy you was, you wouldn't be the man you are today. Emily Waller is watching. Hello. Lindsay Jackson, didn't think you realise how many people you'll be inspiring right now. Huge respect. Oh my God, there's loads. Joe Gallagher, so inspirational. Jeanette Gerard, inspirational. Deborah Armstrong, what an amazing inspiration you are. Gemma Payne's watching. Stuart Watson, Stuart's getting a bad signal. No, I hope no one else is getting a bad signal, Stuart. Danny Johnson, thanks, Craig, you're a star. Oh my God, there's lots. Darren Carl, go on, your brother. Raid Rushton, what a role model you are. Oh, there's like so much. I mean, and I've never heard your story because, like I say, I just remember you being in pubs, Jack the lad, hey, bare knuckle fighting, and I remember you doing your boxing. You did you did your boxing. You were fantastic at that, and I'd be like, he's not got a problem. Like when someone says, oh, Craig's in recovery, I'm like, why? What wrong with him? But people still say to me, why were you an alcoholic? Yeah, but obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's so many people watching and so much love, and I thank you so much because I've been trying to get you on for a few weeks, and, and I know you got fired, and I'm sorry you got fired. That's really
listen, it's life. Being I've traveled. What I do, tower cranes. So even the lads are like, if you can do it, I can do it, and I'm like, listen, it's hard. It is hard, but it's like I'm just in that what's that? I've lost my words. I'm not a bit emotional myself. Just in that culture, that drinking culture, like the Irish family, the work culture, the construction industry. We literally, I started working when I was 17 on the tower cranes, and we went to the pub and drank 12 pints at dinner time and then went back to work, Then we went back and was doing karaoke of an evening. And that was all from 6 weeks holidays in between college, it's just
trying to change that mindset, like you say. It's that's your culture. It's like the culture that you've been brought up into, and that's what it's about. And it's hard. And when people, and I think trying to explain recovery to people who haven't gone through it, it is raw. You're literally stripped. Right, it's like being bloody born again. You notice things that you've never noticed, and feelings are really scary. And I think that's what a lot of people are put off because they're like, I can't do this. Oh God. Yeah. And it's overwhelming, and it just shows that it can be done. You've done it. You've got your little boys in your life. They're beautiful little.
But it's like that spiritual awakening. Like I think it was about 3 or 4 months in, and I was over at Burnley doing in the rehab, and I was going. I did my walks because we were supposed to be doing. Well, we did. Did the Yorkshire 3 Peaks in recovery, so I was doing a lot of walking, training and stuff. And I was walking over the canal to the rehab, and there was the swans and the cygnets, and it's always in my mind because I just looked at that and I just went, that's me. Without that swan, them cygnets are dead. I'm not saying that my kids would die without me, but it was just that feeling that what would they do if they lost their dad? Do you know what I mean? I'm getting emotional.
And do you know what? Anyway. That's the reality of it. The emotion that you're showing, that shows that you're a real person and that you've actually been through that horror, and it affects your whole family. Like you said, your mum and dad were devastated, your sisters, all your family. Alina's watching tonight. She said she's proud of you. And it has a knock-on effect because it affects your families. My babies were affected by my alcohol addiction. That my boy's father, that they're affected now because their dad's in the madness. And I always call it get on the crazy train. You get on that crazy train and you're off again, and it's.
It was like when I was in Deep, they got Emma to write a letter, and I did something one night, and I can't because the counsellor said to me, he said, "Oh, you must have done something," and I'm like, "No." He said, "Have you ever hit your missus and that?" And I don't know what I've done because I was just blacked out, drinking drugs. Just I woke up. My mum used to send me videos of me having fits and on the floor, and I'm like, "Are you, Mum? Are you all right?" She's like, "Am I all right?" She said, "Do you not remember nothing of last night?" But the counsellor read out the letter. Well, I read it in front of the group, and it's the shock and the what's the word for it? The guilt and the shame of reading what's off your partner that you can't remember, that your toddler's underneath the table crying with fear because I'm shouting and bawling and stuff. It's just that realization of like, what fucking man have I been? Sorry for swearing. What have I become? It's like I don't want my kids to see that, but.
And they don't have to now. They don't have to.
Oh, but this is it. But this is me. But my dad, there was on about it. We went for a walk last year, I think it was, and there was on about drinking and that. I was on loudspeaker to my dad. He said, "I'm going for a pint." I come off the phone and me Malachi. He said to me, he said, "You don't do that anymore." He said, "You don't drink, Dad. You won't be going to the pub, will you?" So his memories, and like I said, it's Benny's memories. I've never drunk in their lives.
Yeah.
So I never want them to see that person or have memories of me being that person. So that's what drives me. Don't get me wrong. I have a balance. I have the recovery, the work, and the family life, because it's about balancing things, because I get too much on. And I start getting stressed, snappy, and stuff like that. So one thing has to go, but then three have to stay in my life, because without them, it's like you said before about the lockdown and stuff. Without work, I think I'd have gone insane, because work was taking me away from it locked in your house. You know, I was able to. The government allowed me to go and work up and down the country and stuff, but. Yeah, I think there's some people that have, you know, they've continued. They've got clean or sober on Zoom, you know, with these kind of meetings and stuff. And my hat comes off to them, because, you know, they haven't been able to go into rehab and have the care from people that, you know, in the rehabs and that I did. So yeah, my hat comes off to you, and just stick at it. That's all I can say.
Oh no, thank you.
I think that's
Oh, go on, Peter.
Just saying, probably be helpful, Dan, if you put us on gallery, so everyone can see. You know, it's not just my face they have to look at. You're on mute. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe it's me. We're on gallery now.
It's on gallery. It's on gallery. I'm watching it live.
All right. Cool.
Don't worry.
You know, listening to you, Craig, what you said is really profound about if you never had work, you'd have lost your head. And I think that's true for a lot of us. We were built, you know, as men, women, you know, we were built to like get out and serve, wasn't we? You know, and it might be different things that we're good at doing, but I think without having a purpose in life, without having something to get up out of bed for, and, you know, at the end of the day, look back and go, I've had a productive day. I've either helped somebody, or I've produced something, I've accomplished something. I think that's a real big thing, because I just, you know, I'm speaking to a lad who's in Wymore, and he's due out in the next few weeks, and he's really frightened, because in prison he's Nelson Mandela. Just stick with me for a second. Nelson Mandela has these, he calls them principles of normality, and in prison they're not there because you don't wash your own clothes, you don't cook your own food, you don't pay bills, the electricity and heating is just there. You know, you don't have to like worry about, is it going to be, am I going to get fed? Everything's done for you. So this lad's like saying, I know I'll get released, and I don't know where I'm going to live. I don't know how to function in society. Yet I know if I haven't got structure in my life, I'll be back either in addiction straight away, or in prison, or worse. And you know, last Sunday I was with a group of guys who were, you know, having, let's say, a respite. They're coming through supported accommodation on the way to independent living, but they're still saying, Pete, you know, all right, we're fortunate in that we've got the benefit system paying for our accommodation, but we still want to serve. We still want to get out and be of use into the community. Now it takes a bit of coordination to do that, because I know a lot of the current opportunities that are out there don't exist for people who are stigmatized and labeled as criminals or addicts or mad people. So they're like prevented from accessing some of these opportunities. It needs someone to step up and say, right, I'll wrap a little bit of infrastructure around an opportunity so that you can have some purpose in your life. And I just think there's a little bit of a gap there, Craig, for quite a few people to have work.
I think as well though, it don't get me wrong, it's not going to change overnight, but the likes of people who have criminal records and stuff like that, I think it is changing in that aspect. It's because I've got good friends that are they've got criminal records, and the work ethic is unbelievable, and it's like you said before, if we put into what we did for addiction into our recovery or there's people I know that they've got degrees and stuff like that from after they've been recovering, you know what I mean? And they've invented things and all sorts. It's not, I'm not saying that we're going to take over the world, right? But, there is that once you have that option, the world is your oyster. You can become anything that you want if you put your mind to it. I never thought I'd get me A-level maths and English, but after treatment, that's what I did because, I got the counselling level 2, and it's once you put your mind to it, but it just got too much. Like I say, and something had to give. But I put college on the back burner, but I still want to do it because I enjoyed it and it was close to my heart,
Does your wife still work within the prison sector? Is that what? Does she still do that?
No, she still has her hand in it, but she's she works. She's the director of my company.
Oh,
so I had to ask her very nicely on Wednesday for my job back. the company that I set up.
Did you get it back?
Well, I'll see tonight when I cook her a nice meal. It's like for what 23 years I've been in this industry. I think this is the first time that I've been off for Mother's Day. Do you know? It's like
you've got something good planned, Craig. I really do.
I think she's still watching.
Yeah.
I've got my mum a present. Like I say, my mum, until my mum let go of me, my mum was like, we'll sort it out. But I think once my missus let go of me, but my mum kept on having me back.
Yeah.
Mummy's boy and stuff like that. But once my mum said, that's it, I've had enough. And I look back now and I get upset because I was putting us through so much pain and suffering, worrying about me. What was I going to do next? Was she going to come into my room? Was I going to be dead? And things like that. They say don't live in guilt and shame because that's what eats you up. But I need them memories because that's what stops me from going back out there. But yeah, it's mad. It's mad.
You're an inspiration, and you've helped. Honestly, there's so much people on here. There's so many people on here that are just, Darren Bird. Connection is important to everyone. Lindsay Jackson again. Sense of purpose is so important. Mine is Red Rose Recovery. Amy. So Amy Droz has put "Go on, Emma." So that's obviously your message, So Christopher Blencarn's watching. It's honestly, thank you so much.
I appreciate you letting me on.
Allowing you out. No, honestly, I've been like, there's this guy, he's really good, honestly. He's in Azay, and do you know what I love about it is that we're all grown up together, we've all known each other for years, we've been in that madness, and then to see people come out and recover, I just think is lovely. And also the people that support us and still stay as friends with us, but respect our boundaries and the things that we can't do. We can't just go back out there and have the odd drink, or we can't have the odd split.
No, definitely not. Like I said, a capful's too much and a gallon's never enough. These little things like, you know, it's just, it's you can carry the message and stuff like that, but you can't help, you know. It's
I did that, tried to save the world, thought I could save everybody, you know.
But this is it. They're only going to do it for themselves, aren't they? Well, that's my personal what's happened to me. So I can only do it when I put my mind to it. But that's it. It's like I put my mind to it, not for anybody else, because I didn't want to die.
Yeah.
And that's where my mind was taking me. I thought my mum was saying that I'm going to have to let you go, was me being told that I didn't want my mum to lose another child, you know, and she said that to me numerous times. I don't want to lose another child, and it never sunk in.
You've
until
got another Jane Siddle.
Yeah, my nana.
Craig, as I keep telling you, I am so proud of you, and hearing you
Oh.
now was amazing. I am a happy nana.
See, this is it. See, it's like I for the first year or so, I was like, "Don't be proud of me. Don't be proud of me. Don't give me praise." And I'm not there yet. Now I can take it because, like I say, I'm aware that it's there. It's in the background, but I didn't want to take praise because I didn't know what was going to happen. And like I said to some people, I don't know what's going to. I've not lost my mother or father yet. You know what I mean? And I don't know what's going to happen, but I know that if I keep doing what I'm doing, then I'll still be, on the right road.
It is. It's tough.
And I know for a fact she'll haunt me if I do.
Well, it's like when you said about your mum. I mean, I lost my daughter when she was 3, as you well, and then and I've got a son who's in his 20s who's in that madness at the moment, and it's the hardest thing is trying to let go of them, to say I can't help you, I want to save him, and I'm a bit like where your mum is now. It's just like I can't. If I say right, that's it, you're on your own, he might realise it's tough, and. Yeah. When I was in recovery, I did 7 years sober, and then I found my dad. My dad passed away, and I found him, and it was the hardest. I didn't pick up, but I did relapse 12 months ago. You just never know, and I can never promise. That's the one thing is, we wish we could promise everybody in our families that we're never going to cause that pain and relapse, but we just can't do it, and it's just a day at a time.
Yeah, no, because I think I've promised people in the past, and a million times over, and I've just gone back. So I don't promise anybody anymore. I just say I'm just gonna keep, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna do what I do. Just like I say, it puts you in good stead, doesn't it? It's like it's just mad. I love.
You'd have never thought we'd be emotional. When we were in pubs, we didn't care. And now look at us all emotional.
I know. It is. It's the best feeling ever. Like I say, I've been to the Grand Canyon. I've been everywhere. But this period, this life change in me has been the best. I've lived in Rosendale all my life, and I've never seen these hills, these views, and everything. I seen it all before lockdown, so I was open for it. But just the things that you see when your mind's clear and everything, I love it. I love it.
It is.
There's a flying saucer up there, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's called the Halo. It's called the Halo.
No. It's called the Halo, is it?
Yeah, the flying saucer, yeah.
We don't want to start Glenn off. If Glenn's watching this about Emmerdale and there's cows and sheep and we don't need all that.
But it's like you said, you're setting your life before recovery. I just had like certain people that I chose to be in my life. Now that I'm doing meetings and I'm in recovery, it's just like expanded, like I know people that have come off the streets and stuff, that are homeless and, all walks of life. And it's just, I see the world in a different picture, if I think you know, certain things, certain aspects of recovery. I think if the world was to do it, everybody in the world, it would be a whole lot better place, you know, because you learn how to treat people better. And, you know, like my father always treat people how you'd want to be treated. Now, I didn't used to do that before recovery, you know, so now it's like, yeah, like I say, it's just one of them. I love it.
Malachi as well. I love Malachi. What a
Yes.
great guy. Oh no, thank you
Yeah.
so much.
No, thanks for having me. Cheers.
We better thank you so much. If you want to stay on and watch, or if you need to go off and be with your family, then that's entirely.
Yeah, I'm gonna go blow my nose because I'm all bugged
Oh,
up anymore.
But thank you so much.
Oh, thanks for having me, and I'll link in another time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
Cheers. Cheers for that.
Thank
See
See
you.
you
ya.
later. Thanks, Craig.
Right, Dan.
So we've got a new episode, new season.
Gosh.
Come on, give them a insight to what to
Well, so I've got the lead role.
Is it season 2?
Season 2. So this part of Puzzle Productions covers mental health and domestic violence. So this is the first one. So it's basically a man and wife with a young child, and it's just a start really, and it's a tale of a struggle with mental health and then domestic violence. What we've done is we've sort of promoted it to, because men suffer domestic violence just as much as women do, but we wanted to try and highlight it from the man's side. So yeah, so we'll roll it and show you the first production of Puzzle Production season 2.
Monday morning, I hate Mondays, I'm late for work. What am I gonna do? I'm late. Sally, you made a brew yet? Come on, where's my work stuff? Flipping heck. Bloody cats everywhere. Sally, have you not done the washing this weekend? My blooming work stuff stinks, man. What do you mean, do it myself? I've been busy. Bloody Formula 1 were on, weren't it? Ugh. You know, I like watching qualifying and that. Right, I'm off. No brew, I'm late. See you later. Have a good day. Sure she does jack shit during day, that one, I'm telling you now.
What? Daz, I sorted it. I've done the washing. Oh my God. I'm trying to do my makeup. Just give me 1 minute. Idiot. Sick of him. Oh, he bloody does. I know. Well, you can make a brew yourself, can't you? Got baby to look after and everything. Messes about all weekend. Cheeky get. Sick to death of him. Fucking had enough. Yeah, bye. Love you too. Oh my God. Everything to sort out. He doesn't even know how to pick his own bloody dirty washing up. It goes on about me. Unbelievable. I'm sick of it. Sick to death of this. Just don't even understand anymore. Hello? Are you alright? Yeah. I know, Cheryl, I'm just fed up though. I've had enough. Yeah. He's just doing me head in though. All he does is go on, moan. Many clothes. Like he can't do nothing himself. It gets on my nerves. I'm sick of it. I've got the baby to look after and everything, and all he does is go on. I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know. I'm glad I've got you. Thank you.
Good morning, Sally. Just thought I'd give you a quick bell. Is everything okay? No? Yeah? You seemed a bit stressed, that were all. How about I come down for a brew or what have you and a chat, catch up? We've not seen much of each other for a bit, have we? Been busy. Weather's been shit, hasn't it? So, you know, we'll see. Yeah, I'll be down in about, say half an hour? All right, my love. Bye.
Daz leaves for work, but feels a bit guilty, so he goes back to speak to Sally.
Oh man, do you know what? That just doesn't sit right with me, that. I'm not having that for the day. 1 minute. I'm just gonna sort this out. Bloody Sally, love. Sally, I just wanted to say, look, I'm sorry about that. You know what I'm like when I get up in the morning late. Shouldn't have had a drink last night. Funny Lewis Hamilton winning that title again, you know. I celebrated a little bit much. I love you, darling. I'll see you later. Bye.
Oh, it's all right. I know. I love you too. Just have a good day, yeah? All right. And I'll sort tea out and I'll have everything sorted. And I'll put some washing on as well. I've got the dryer on now anyway, so. All right. Love you. Have a good day. See you later, babe.
Darren's boss rings him because he's considerably late for work.
Bloody hell, Darren, where the hell are you? You're over an hour late. What do you think I pay your wages for? Eh? Get your ass into work now.
Wow. You know what I mean? They've got absolute acting skills there. If anybody wants me to star on the next Brassic, just give us a shout.
So, I just want to let people in on a little story why I've become the narrator. So, our last narrator did a fantastic job, absolutely brilliant, but I just wanted to give him a little push. So that's why I came up and I thought, you know what, I'm going to be the narrator for this series. I didn't really want it, but, you know, I've taken it on board, and hopefully the other guys are going to get a lot more out of it this time. So,
well, we've got, you know what? We've got Amy Giroz waiting for Lee to come on. So we'll be. Don't worry, he'll be on later on. Don't worry. You've got a fan club, Lee, already. So,
shall we introduce our next guests, which are Andrea and Darren from Watch Us Grow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay, that weird, that.
Hi guys, you okay? Come closer to the
Hi
screen.
everyone.
Why? It's giving a feedback thing.
Have you got two devices on?
Can you use them? Can you use them, right?
Yeah, but you can. It keeps making a funny noise because, like, you've got two devices. Have you got two devices?
We're on the technical glitch. There you go.
It's like it's like going. If you ever do that, it's second sound.
Technical difficulties.
Then it takes a delay.
Yeah, there you go.
That sounds. That's better. That's better.
My mistake.
So, I met Andrea almost 3 years ago. Red Rose Recovery took us down to the DDN conference in Birmingham. Took a coach load of us down there, and that's where I met Andrea. And you know, I've watched from the sidelines, from afar, watch us grow, watching them grow. And it's fantastic to see what you've achieved, and we want to hear more. So the platform's yours to tell us, you know, about your charity, where you've come from, and what you aspire to. So take it away.
Take it away.
Hi guys, so I'm Andrea. I was addicted to heroin with my partner David, and tragically he was killed on his motorbike 2.5 years ago. And so I needed a new direction in life. I got myself clean, Went and started volunteering for drug and alcohol services at Inspire and Chorley CGL. Volunteered for Red Rose Red Rose Recovery and LUF. That's where I met Dan on the DDN, which was an amazing experience that we all had. I sort of like to volunteer for Red Rose or LUF, it was amazing. It taught me some things, but my direction was to sort of do my own thing, so I didn't have as many boundaries and things like that. So set up the community cafe at St Moritz's, where we used to cook a meal for people on a Friday, and it grew. So we started to cook a meal, make a meal for people on a Saturday. These photos that Dan's going to show you in a minute is like where it all started really, at Inspire in Chorley. So just then I'll take you through the photos.
Go on, take it out, guys.
Right, so this one, a group. It's when I was volunteering for Red Rose. We would do different sort of groups. A lot of the guys. This is when we sort of went to the community cafe. A few of the people on there are deceased now, unfortunately. This is when we had our first T-shirts printed for Watchers Grow. Watchers Grow did a sleep out for Help the Homeless, and we raised quite a lot of money. We went up into Curedon Valley, and we built a massive fire, and we stayed there all weekend, which was quite entertaining. This was we did the walking day in Chorley. We all wore our T-shirts just through town.
And we used to do family days then.
Family days, yeah.
Play games, when we closed it to what day?
This is some of the guys in the community cafe at St Moritz's. A few more of the guys. Oh, and this one is, I don't know if anybody notices the guy with the white T-shirt. It's Lau from Inspire. Listen, a few more from the cafe.
I'm going to go check that. What's that one?
Park and team building then.
So is that your community cafe there?
Yes, yeah, St Moritz's. What I used to do is hire the room on a Friday, and we got donations, and we would cook. The volunteers would cook a meal, and we would give it out to everybody.
Oh, look.
You like that, Emily?
Baby, little baby there. So it's like a family, it's a family thing, isn't it? It's just.
Yeah, well, it started off, we would make a meal, and 100% of the people that would come to us were all in addiction, and they were struggling for food, and they would just come up the hill and come to the cafe. But as it's sort of grown, a lot more families come to us, and they would bring the kids, because we would make it like, we hired the cafe for like 3 hours. So they would come and they'd have something to eat, and we'd put music on, and we would have a giggle, because anyone that knows me, I'm all about having a laugh, especially in recovery. I think when you first get into recovery, you get bombarded, do this, do that. Well, for me, my personal journey was have a laugh, because when I was a heroin addict, I didn't really laugh that much. So
absolutely, yeah. I think that some people think, oh, go in recovery, they're all really boring. No, we're not. We're absolutely crackers, and it's lovely. Do you know what I mean? I have a better laugh,
Well, you find your old self, don't you? Because your old self, you've kind of forgotten who you were. So you're like, your old, slowly but surely, your old self comes back. You're like, I remember you.
It's a family disease. It affects every single family member. And like when you look at that picture there, I just love it. I love it how your children are involved, and because it's not just that person that's in the addiction, it's the whole family that it affects. And I think people forget about the people, the families that are left behind that struggle. Just like, well, where's the help for us? Where's our support? And it's there in that picture. You've got it there, haven't you?
Yeah. That picture was, we had a competition, girls against boys. Obviously, the girls won.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
But yeah, it's important to have the kids along with the journey because they've been through insinuating addiction.
Yeah.
So you're on the road to recovery and to be able to involve them now and again on family days and trips out, and just having a laugh down the park and playing games, and they can see how mum, dad, whatever should be and how they used, you know what I mean, and what mum and dad, this is the back, we've got them back.
This is the important thing, and this is what I love about Red Rose, and like you say about Watch Us Grow, is my family are heavily involved. My children can now see mummy getting better. My mum can see her daughter recovering. Do you know, my brother can see his sister. It's a whole effect, and that's what I love about it. My kids are massively involved now in this.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on. I'm gassing.
Oh, no, you're fine. We like to talk.
Now going with that.
No.
Oh, this one was, so when we set Watch Us Grow Up, obviously I were blind in the dark, didn't have any money to sort of pay for the rent at the cafe, and I built a relationship up with the all the church people, and so out of goodwill they said, you can rent the space and you don't have to pay us any money, let's see how it goes, and as soon as you get some money, we'll have it, thank you. So the council were the first ones to fund us, but Asda were the second people to give us, I think, £500, which, it was amazing because that, our rent was covered and we had a bit of money to buy food. So all the volunteers that were doing it right from the start, it was all throwing a few quid in a jar so we could go to the supermarket, buy the ingredients to cook a meal. So that was like basically the start of, when we didn't have to all put our hands in our pockets and pay for food and rent. It sort of began from there as well.
Oh, that's brilliant.
This was in summer.
So from lockdown, obviously, then we couldn't use the cafe, so we've had to work from the outside and work from the church, from the car park.
Yeah.
So the volunteers have cooked at home. Everybody brings it down, and we set tables up outside. So we're just still there because they can lock us down all they like, but they'll not stop us.
Yes.
So how's your volunteering been through the pandemic? Have you managed to I've forgotten the word now. Get more volunteers on board during the pandemic?
For more volunteers as lockdown.
Well, as you can see, we all get together just on a Saturday and a Sunday now. But at the beginning of lockdown, we was doing 4 days a week. So for them 4 days, all the volunteers would obviously turn up like that, and obviously from social distance, we created even bigger network. So we all had each other's phone numbers, which we still do, and we was like a network system to help each other to keep us all involved, to stay clean, and I would drive around with Joe and we'd drop them all food off because we got a lot of food donated to us. So the ones that were like in social housing or whatever that were struggling on benefits, we would take them food round. So
and a lot of the people was a bit embarrassed to come, and so they'd see the church, see the queue full of basically all homeless drug addicts and all that. Do you know what I mean? But they will be a bit embarrassed to come and queue up at church. So we started dropping a few things off, but then opened it up and made it very fun. So now the people that come to us, it's just unreal. And through lockdown, we've just gone, it's just insane. Yeah. And it's just overwhelming the amount of people that come to us now for help with babies, children, just people that have been working, not working now. So it's just gone massive.
And these aren't necessarily people in addiction, are they? These are just people that have much and need support.
Yeah, it started off with the vision, helping people in addiction. But through lockdown, and because we can't all support each other in the way we want to, because we're all at home or whatever. So the vision is like, not the vision. Everyone that's in the queue now, you've got people that are still struggling with addiction. you've got families who are struggling, you know, they've been made redundant or whatever. So the diversity of our queue now is just every walk of life.
Which is what we wanted. We didn't want to keep it that it's just, you know, you can only come to that queue if you're in addiction or you're in recovery. We wanted anybody that's struggling, and nobody should go hungry. So we wanted, you know what I mean? Don't be at home when your kids haven't got anything to eat in the cupboard. Just come and see us, ring us.
That's what Lee sent me a picture. He'd shared a picture that you'd been doing at the weekend, the Watchers Go. And I said to him, I said, please tell me that those kids aren't like, those kids. I said, those kids hungry, and he's like, they're not hungry anymore. And I was like, oh wow. There's a question on here. Chris Rowlands has said, what area is this happening in? Is it just in Chorley? Because we're asking where, or is this wider based?
No, just at the moment we're just in Chorley. We would like to expand somewhere else, but
yeah.
We'll set up in Elmshire, Emily.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, do you know what? I can't even cook.
I can't cook a piece of toast. Do
you know what though? It might be a good idea to get this, you know, like you say, get people to do it in other areas. So watch this space, watch us grow.
You can watch this space. We'll tell you everything we know.
Well, you've got Amy Jaroz has said your team are angels, brilliant. Oh. Brad Duke has said, great to see you, Andrew, and what you and your team are doing. Sorry, carry on. I keep interrupting.
So this was in the summer. A good friend of me and Joe, he has a printing, what's it called, Joe?
Sign and Post Studio.
Sign and Post Studio in Blackburn.
He came out of lockdown and made us these.
Yes. And we used to party with them, didn't we, Joe, on the speakers?
Yes, we did.
Yes. That's just someone who donated. But we find that,
but now, the amount of people, sorry, Andrea.
No, right. Go on, Joe.
But now, the amount of people who are donating to us will be at church, and there's people pulling up in cars and they're dropping babies. We have a baby clinic now, so people can come to us for nappies and baby food, and it's massive. And the Easter eggs, we're getting Easter eggs, so we can give the kids an Easter egg. We get family on a Sunday. We're doing family lunch, like little kids' lunch packs for them going back to school. So we're just
that is fantastic.
So are you funded from the outside, or do you just rely on donations?
Well, we started off just relying on donations, but as through lockdown, because people have seen how we've grown at the church, I'm constantly getting messages on our Facebook page, businesses. So that was our next thing. When it started getting really busy and the volunteers couldn't keep up with cooking, I started going to businesses and saying, right, you've got this, you're in lockdown, can you make some meals for us? And the amount of, let's say I asked 20 people and probably one person said, no, sorry, we're not in a position to help you. So that has been a massive thing for us to make us grow. You know, all these restaurants, all these chippies that are making food for us every weekend constantly. And we use them sort of on a 5-week rota. So, you know, everyone that we have, though 1 week, though like today, Skipper's at Exton made us 30 portions of sausage and chips. And we had 70 meals that the volunteers have cooked. And we also, we go to Greg's every night and pick up their food that's left over. And we give all that out. So my friend Amanda, she's the owner of Nature Trail Nursery, and she's got 8 nurseries. So at her 8 nurseries, she set up baby banks where all the families that can afford it, they'll take extra nappies, baby wipes, everything that a baby needs. She had a fundraising for us, whereas she made like £600 that they collected for us. And that's for families that we know that are sort of struggling. Let's say your washing machine goes, or your cooker, your microwave, and you're on benefits and you can't afford to replace that. We can, you know, through Amanda helping us. So we've bought, I think up to now, in the last 4 months, we've given 3 people ovens, we've given a washing machine, 2 prams, microwaves, yeah. So yeah, it's just growing in it. It's just, we think it's amazing. you know.
Yeah, but the businesses that have helped us out through lockdown has just been unreal. We have, you know, I mean, Busy Bees at the beginning.
Yeah.
Busy Bees is just a market, a little local market, and they cook like really beautiful food up. But 4 days a week they were coming from the market with the trolley and bringing us 25 meals a time.
Yeah. Yeah,
but yeah, they did that every day for the 4 days we were there. So, and Asda, Carrie at Morrison's, and Debbie at Asda. Carrie at Morrison's is just our angel in ship.
They're like the community champions. So all these businesses now that we cheekily went and asked at the beginning, we're on a good, you know, we have a good relationship with these now. They're our friends, so them, you know, they want to do more for us, which we just love. It's absolutely.
I just like, there's people on the feed now saying, like, you know, I've just said we need to take this opportunity and try and set up this in other areas. I mean, honestly, what you do is amazing. I didn't even realize it was that big, you know, like the amount of stuff. I just thought, because Lee shares the pictures to me and I've joined the group, I just thought, like, on a Saturday and Sunday you fed the homeless. I didn't realize how.
I think a lot of people do.
Yeah.
I mean, we do barbecues in summer. That's a barbecue picture there. Do you know what I mean?
It's like you know, it's surprising how many people still live in Chorley, and I bump into them and they're like, "Oh, what do you do?" And we're like, I think, well, you've not heard of us. What do you mean, what do we do? But there's a lot goes on with us behind the scenes. So when you see the photos, we don't just turn up at the church on a Saturday and Sunday with all the food. There's a lot goes on. Yeah, you know, it's a full-time job doing this. And if you can appreciate, a lot of the volunteers that started with us, through whatever reason, they're not with us anymore. So you'll have someone that gets clean and comes and volunteers with us, and then 6 months down, 3 weeks down the line, they relapse and they disappear, and take my sweatshirts with them. But you know, and then I think, oh no, we've lost another. But as soon as we lose another
we've got an army of volunteers.
Another one
we've got an
comes
army. Yeah, it's amazing that they all give up. You know what I mean? They all give up there. I mean, we all work all week, but they all give up the time at weekend, whether they're cooking, coming to church. So it's just lovely, yeah, it's just a big, just like one big family. Look at all the
Gregs there. Yeah.
I was just tying up the donuts there on
Look at the queue there, Emily. Look at the queue.
Oh, I know, that's what I mean.
Like last Sunday, the queue was coming out of the churchyard right down the road.
Oh.
So that is our queue now. Every Saturday and Sunday, our queue is like that. And like I was saying before, the diversity of the queue, you'll have a drug addict, you'll have an alcoholic, you'll have Mrs. Jones with the 3 children, you know, and it's just lovely that they all stand in that queue, and we give them what we can give them, whether it be nappies, care packs, food, a little bit of a chat and advice, and yeah, it's just lovely.
Wow.
Don't go hungry is our message, isn't it? You know what I mean? We throw it all over Facebook, so we throw it all over Facebook, so it's family orientated. So please bring your kids. We
have a stock of food, you know, like tins, and my garage is full, Joe's garage is full. It's at the church. We have it all over at the moment. So there's no need for anyone who's struggling in Chorley at the moment. Do not struggle for anything that we've got. It's ours to give to you.
I'd just like to say to the people who are watching this on Facebook, and I share, you know, please go onto the Watch Us Grow page, share it with your friends, get involved, you know, please, you know, try and promote this as much as we can.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
So this one was in the summer. We got in Panorama got in touch with us. That was Nick, the cameraman, and he'd seen the work we were doing, and then he followed us around, didn't he?
Yeah.
For maybe about a week, and then it went. It got aired, and it went on Panorama on Channel 4. You know, of the work we were doing, because he saw what we was doing, and he was just
it
like,
was a lockdown, mate. You know what? How things have changed during the lockdown, and how whether, you know, we was helping a lot more people through lockdown. What lockdown meant to, you know, that a lot more people needed help. So that's what Panorama was about, really.
Oh wow! My friends just asked, is there a GoFundMe page? Do you do anything like that, or is it just done?
Really?
One of my friends on here, Amy Jaros has asked, is there a GoFundMe page? Do you have anything like that, or is it just?
No, at the moment, we don't need. Well, I don't know. What's the word for it? I've never been on my Facebook or any of us and set up and asking for anything, because we are in the position at the moment, and always have been, we've got all the supplies we need. Yeah. So if I was to go and set up a GoFundMe page, why am I doing that? I don't need to do it at this moment in time. So we'll keep that on the back burner, because there might come a time that we need it. But while we
have businesses that just message our Facebook page and say we'd like to donate a cash.
Yeah, people can come up to Charlie and donate food parcels and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's fine. I'll put that on.
That is a picture. That is our profile picture. It started off green, but I'm all about purple, because it's a power colour. It's the colour of recovery. So, and not only that, somebody set something up in Preston, another community, which is lovely. What they sort of do the same sort of thing as us. They set it up in the summer, and they pinched our tree, didn't they?
How very are they?
We said we're not having the same tree. We'll have our, but yeah, it's purple for a reason. It's it's the colour of recovery. It's the power colour.
Beautiful.
That's our flyer that we hand out. We give out to everyone. So that obviously hot meals, sandwiches, cakes, tea, coffee, food parcels, adult and children's care packs, and that's every Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, fantastic.
So this is one with Amanda's Nurseries. That's the children had a fundraising day, like I said, and they raised over £500 for us.
Wow.
And that's children doing the little, and we've actually now got little hoodies for all the children at the nursery. We've got hoodies for them. They're on the way. So when we do a 40 thing like this now, they'll all have the little watches grow.
Wow. Just stop it all. Oh, Chippy.
This is one of our chippies. We have 5 chippies that we use on a rota. This is one of them. Craft 61 Pizza, Tom and Ryan. They opened just before lockdown, so they're a new business, but the restaurant's absolutely gorgeous. Every Monday they give us 10 pizzas for us to give out at the church.
And bless them, because they'd only just opened before lockdown and they've had to shut.
Yeah.
So they're strong. It is, but yeah. Good.
This is
the Queen Vic again.
Queen Vic chippy. So a friend of mine, Bridget, has forget-me-not flowers in Leyland, and she donated a couple of weeks ago a great big bouquet of flowers for us to, because every Saturday and Sunday we have a free raffle. So when anyone stands in the queue, one of us gives them a raffle ticket, and then just before when it's 1 o'clock, I pull out a ticket, and whoever wins gets whatever we've got to raffle. It's usually chocolates or cakes.
We like cakes.
That's our Kerry champion. This lady's from Argos. She messaged me a couple of months ago. What can I do to help you? So she got us quite a bit of equipment that we needed at the time. So that was, I'm very grateful for that. As community champion, Deborah Holding at Asda in Chorley, massive asset. This lady donated £500 to us.
Yeah, she just messaged the Facebook page.
We've never gone out and asked anyone, any business to give us anything. They sort of, they message our page, we want to help.
And then we get strangers passing by, don't we?
Yeah. This is Mel, who has We Buy Anything in Chorley. She regularly, she's given us quite a few donations, a microwave and things, but she also cooks for us regularly. So today she did 3 great big shepherd's pies, and we cut them up and put them, and she made some little crispy cakes for us, didn't she? She's lovely. The big lamp chippy, that's at the end of Pall Mall.
We've just had Francesca, Leah's just said that Violet will make some cakes and cookies for you, Lee, to take up.
Yeah.
Fantastic,
yeah. I'll be
Thanks,
tell,
Violet.
tell, I'm coming up on Tuesday.
Don't let him eat them, Emily.
Right, so Fran, don't let Lee eat them. He's coming down. He needs to take those back with him, but we need proof that they've actually got there.
I'll take a pic.
We'll take pictures.
Thank you.
She's really good at making it though. Really good.
This, am I talking, Darren?
Yeah.
This lady has the recruitment centre in Chorley, and she made a large cash donation. That's Joe when we go to the chicken shop.
I'm always at the chicken shop.
Yes, they are. Whenever we go in and they give us a great big bag of chicken, they always give us a chicken sandwich, which is always a bonus, isn't it?
Oh, I'm coming working up there.
Believe you mean to scream.
That's Romero's pizza place. They donate to us regular pizza, cooked pizzas.
Oh, wow.
So this lady works at Asda, and when I was going, every Sunday now, we make family packs up. And in them family packs, it can be, you know, there's cereal, there's bread, there's milk, there's peanut butter, everything that your child might need if you're struggling, you know, breakfast, jam on toast, peanut butter. And I think our bill came to something like £68. And as it was going through, and I went to pay her, and she went, "No, I want to pay for it. You know, I've struggled myself, and I've just got this job, so I want to pay for your shopping," which we, you know, blown away. That's Aki from the fishing. What's it called?
Skippers.
No, Seven Seas.
17.
He's lovely. He regularly donates to us. We've got so many donators, you know.
Yay, the car!
So that's the car. Obviously, I used to have a 2-seater car. And, you know, picking all the food up and running around, it just wasn't, I just couldn't do it. So sadly, I had to sell my little car and get this car. And we decided to have it signposted, which has been great because people come up like Kerry's there holding £30, £40. A lady's in the car, the first day we had it done, came up to us on the car park at Morrison's and said, "Oh, you're the lovely people from Watch Us Grow, there's £40. You know, put it towards some shopping for someone." This was our lucky break. I applied to the lottery fund for 7,700 with no idea, you know, I just did it on my own one night, applied for it, and we got granted it. So it was massive for us that, that's, you know, that's helped us massively.
Brilliant. No way.
This is me and Joe when we were
Yeah. Can you tell me?
That's how it all started.
The start of our journey. No, that's like Amanda from the nursery. She had a fundraising day for 3 days, and the kids all did like baby spa day. So they went dressing gowns on and they put all face masks. Yeah, we just little treatments there.
Starting them off young.
Yeah, these are another.
Oh, stop it, baby spa. It's too much. This.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. So this is again just on a Sunday. You can see all the meals we've got, the family packs, and yeah, it's brilliant.
Well, it's like because Lee, you've even got to lift back to where you are because Francesca's
Who's that way, Emily?
Fran's bringing you back because she wants to make sure the cakes and cookies actually get there.
Well, tell her Tuesday at 4 o'clock I'll be there.
You've got to lift. It's all sorted. It's all here on live stream. Don't worry, I've sorted.
There we go. We'll all get to that one.
That one was last week. Amanda's mum and dad have Papa Luigi's restaurant at Exton, and they regularly donate to us, and they bought us 100 Easter eggs to give out.
Wow.
For the kids.
For the kids, Lee, not for you. For the kids.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's usually in our care packs on a Sunday, things like that, and that's what we give out to families that have got children.
Yeah, for the kids, for the lunches, going back to school.
Yeah.
Another queue again.
Oh, brilliant.
Hey.
Oh, well done.
So that was quite funny because when we set Watch Us Grow Up, the Facebook page. My son did it, and I didn't even know how to email at that stage. So everything went. My son had an email address, and that was posted out, I think, in October. And around about January, when he came on, because he works offshore now, and he went, "Oh, I've just shown what you've got." And I was like, "What?" I mean, "You've got an award off the High Sheriff." And I went, "Who's the High Sheriff?" And Bernard, who's the church warden at the church, I rang him and told him. He went, "Oh my God, that's amazing, Andrea." So I thought, "Oh, we'll put it on our post then." So, but yeah,
Brilliant.
it worked for me. That was for all the volunteers and everyone.
Very, very well deserved.
Yeah, no, absolutely fantastic. There's lots of people inspired on here, putting on the, lots of inspiration, and wow. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
So
you.
You've got a short video to play us now, haven't you?
A little video.
Yeah.
And then we'll bring Lee in just to tell us about his little journey. Well, it's not a little one, is it, Lee? But
Oh, have you got all right?
Okay.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. You, the silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains, and I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. All we need is hope, and for that we have each other, and for that we have each other. And we will rise, we will rise, we'll rise. Oh, we'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I will rise 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up, I like the waves. We'll rise up, in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. You,
Amazing. Brilliant.
I'm crying, like crying.
You know what? And a few people have been brought to tears as a
One second.
yeah.
Hello.
Can you see? Yeah, Darren Bird is in tears. He just said, "What an absolute inspiration! You've got so much."
Great, awesome. Well done, mate. Well done.
Here.
Yeah.
Lee Thomas, so obviously is a friend of mine. We grew up together. Who's with you now? Lee did his story last night on the Friday fun, and obviously I'm going to let him say. But you know, there was a part that Lee had explained to me, and I'll explain to yourselves as the critical point that brought him to recovery, and it's absolutely touched me. In fact, I don't want to get emotional, but yeah.
I know. All right. Get emotional because I am. Jesus
and Christ. I just want to give Lee all the love I can because I absolutely adore this guy and he's got a lot of love on here, and Francesca watching it, you know, there's lots of people. So I'm going to give it to Lee to just explain to us.
Right. Yeah, can you hear me, Elia?
I can hear you, sweetheart.
Right. Well, just the journey why I've ended up in Chorley. It was taken back to last June, when I was in a very dark place and dark moment. I was on Ski Rosendale car park. I'd just been kicked out of my home. I'd just lost everything. Didn't know where to turn to. Did nothing. No money. No nothing. Well, the last bit of money, I'm telling a lie, I did. What I did, I went and bought 3 bags of heroin and a £20 rock, 50 quid. I put it all in a 2 mil barrel. Because the year previous to that, I went over on a car park for a minute and a half. I died for a minute and a half. Got resuscitated. Should have learned a lesson from that. But I was on the car park. I had the barrel in my hand and I had a 10p coin and I flicked it. Heads it was going in, tails it wasn't, and it landed on tails. And I squirted it away. £50 just squirted away. Within three minutes of doing that, I get some phone call of someone who will call Auntie Karen Lynch, if you all know her. And she said, "Lee, are you still doing your plastering?" I said, "Yeah, why?" She went, "I've got a kitchen for you to do. And I've got £300 here for you. Can you do it tomorrow?" Went, What? I said, "Yeah. Is it all right if I stay at yours tonight? Because I've just been kicked out. Get your ass up here, get fed up, whatnot, blah, blah." So I'm driving up in the van. I'm like, fucking hell. Sorry for swearing. Maybe I'd have been dead right now. And then I get another phone call of a guy called Steve Riley. He just moved into a 2-bedroom flat. He said, "Lee, I heard what went on today. Were you getting kicked out of the house with the police and all that? You're struggling for somewhere to stay. There's a room here for you." And I had to literally pull over in the van and I was in tears. I was in tears. I don't know if you believe in the higher, an intervention, if you believe in the yin and the yang, if you believe in God, a higher, whatever. Something happened that day. And so I ended up going to Karen's, and the next day I picked up the phone. It's about June, this, just before my birthday, July, so about end of June. I picked up the phone to Linda, who's been an absolute angel to me from Inspire. And I said, "Listen," I told her exactly what happened. I said, "Listen, I need help. 16 years of being a smack and crackhead. And I can't do it no more. Just can't do it no more." So that was the process of doing what I wanted to do. So I went in because of the COVID, it didn't happen straight away. So it was about October. I had a referral, and it was to go in Salus. Salus is it's in Withnup, just in between Blackburn and Chorley. And I ended up doing a month detox in there, where they got me off the methadone, got me off the Valium, and then I've come to a house in Chorley. It's called Bright Star, and it's supported housing, where basically I'm living there with another four lads, and we're all on our individual journeys of recovery. But it's like an outpatient rehab, so to speak. We still have to communicate with our key workers. We get drug tested. We have to do our counselling if you need counselling and things like that. So it was over the Christmas period. This is when I get introduced to Andrea with this Watch Us Grow. And I'm telling you, I mean, I've come down to Charlie, and I know it's not a million miles away, but I don't know anybody down here. And it's just like it's like a family that I've never had. She phones up, she you know what I mean, she always go out your way, and it's like it's just amazing what they do. And every Saturday and Sunday, I just cannot wait to volunteer. I'm loving it. I get to speak to all the people. I mean, I love talking, me, and it's just like I've sat down with a guy today, and he was just being kicked out, and he'd relapsed, and his head was in bits and all that, blah blah. And I just put my arm around him. So listen, mate, pick yourself up, and we go again. It's as simple as that. We just go again. Never mind that. That was then. Yeah. Stop thinking about yesterday and just concentrate on tomorrow. And that's just basically it. And I'm growing and growing. I'm finding myself again. I mean, Joe was on about laughing and things like that. I haven't laughed for 14 years, man. And it's just amazing. I'm high of being sober and clean. And I bet people have said that loads of times, but it's so true. And all the people I don't know who are watching or who know me. I mean, I wasn't just like a £10, £20 a day habit. Like this time last year, I was banging £300 in my arm, and fuck knows why I'm alive today. Something happened, but I can do it, and if I can do it, anybody can do it. And I just. Honestly, the help's out there. If you want it, if you want to change, you can. And the support out here, and Emily, you've been awesome. I mean, we've always been friends. Don't get me wrong, but if it weren't for you, I mean, every morning we wish each other good morning.
We do, and we laugh. We laugh properly. We talk. We laugh. Honestly, Lee, you've got Janine Boyaran.
Hey, Janine.
She's watching. She's put, you should be so proud. Gemma Taylor's watching. Well done, Lee. Amy Giroz, she put, I knew your story. Keep doing what you're doing. Shazza Pritchard, I've got goosebumps listening to you, and you're an inspiration. Alison,
can I just shout out Chris Rowland's comment? Thank God for Tails.
Oh, yeah. That was honestly, Lee, when you told that yesterday, that just was like it was like
you know what, Emily, it's not easy. It's not easy admitting that, but it's the gospel truth. And it's like, you what, Lee? But if it had landed on Tails, what would you done? Well, I'm telling you now, I would have put it in there. I weren't just depressed that day. I weren't just there. I literally thought I had nothing left. I was
sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Just the only option I had that seemed the best thing to do was just go to sleep forever. And it like, wow. Thank God it landed on Tails.
Well, so, Leah Addie's watching as well. Leah, go on, Lee.
There we go. So that's it. And thank you for being there for me, Emily. Thank you for everyone who's been there for me. I'm just grow.
Exactly, and hopefully you'll get on to, you're filled in to be a volunteer for us. You'll get on some of the groups, and you'll just keep inspiring people, because that's what we want to do. We just want to show people that we can recover, we can do it. It's hard, isn't it?
It is. It's not no walking. It's not no walk in the park. It's you're getting to know. It's yourself again. It's like you've got to be your best. You've got to beat your worst, and that worst and dark places that you go and then play. I mean, everybody is masking hurt, trauma, grief that makes us do this to ourselves. Whatever you're into, that's what it always is.
Of course it is.
And that's what it is. But honestly, you'd be surprised. Just challenge yourself. You'd be so surprised that you can do it. And I tell you what, life is better. Just life is just better without drugs and being fucking off your buying it all the time in that mess of fog, and not having proper friends who just want things out to you, who just want to rob you or just lie to you and just be sneaky. There's proper good people out there, like obviously with this, like family with Watch Us Grow. Welcome with me open arms. There we go.
I want one of them. I want one of them, and then I'm going to go in Greg's and try and get free food and see if, like, I'll just.
Emily, no.
Can I have a steak bake, please? Just like Watch Us. No, I'm joking. Oh, Lee, honestly, thank you so much. You've got a
nice one.
And thank you to all of you that have come tonight to share a bit. Absolutely amazing what you're doing in your community. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hopefully, when this is all gone, we can have a meet up and have a bit of a laugh.
Yes, we're planning. As soon as the restaurant's open, we're all going to Papa Luigi's, and Amanda's just going to kill me for this, but she's going to make us all a meal, and we're all going to sit there and do a bit of networking and all get together. So you're more than welcome to come.
I'll be there.
Yeah, me too. I'll drive up from Bedfordshire for that.
Yes. We'll find you a bed.
Free Italian.
Worth it.
Thanks ever so much, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
So we've got Bethany's last song to play.
Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately she couldn't be here tonight. But she sent 2 videos for us to play. So this is the last one. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's show. It's been fantastic. And thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Put on my blue suede shoes and I'm put on the plane. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues, in the middle of the pouring rain. WC Handy
Is it like that?
Wow, and what a shame me and Dan just don't have time to do our song, so never mind.
Maybe next time, mate. Hey, Emily, maybe next time.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. Oh,
I was saying for you. Oh,
That's it for us tonight. Thank you to all our guests. Thanks to Craig for sharing his life story. Thanks to Darren and Andrea and the rest of the Watch Us Grow team. And last of all, thanks to Bethany for them 2 videos. She literally put them together 20 minutes before this show started. So, massive well done. Always just makes me a bit emotional listening to them.
Again, another person, in recovery, working hard at recovery. So I just want to, thank you, Lee, again. And like I say, Craig, Watch Us Grow, everybody. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. So thank you so much.
So we'll see you next Saturday. Next Saturday, we'll be celebrating a year of us doing this show. So I hope you can all be with us to watch that. So thanks from me and thanks from her.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you later.
Bye. Thank you.